So hello, we are live. We are back
We
again
are.
for the Lievin World Indoor Tour. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I hope people in the chat are good as well. So, what are you excited for in Lievin tonight?
Hopefully a world record, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Well, depends which one. Which one do you think is going to go?
Well, I'd say that Zango certainly has a good chance of furthering his world record. I'd be very surprised if he didn't win the triple jump, but uh, there definitely is a chance that one could go tonight.
Yeah, I mean Zango. For him. It's more how far ahead can he be of second place, I think,
Yes, very true.
and how close can he get to the world record. And then obviously there's Grant Holloway in the hurdles. I guess. Well, are we? I don't know if Hassan and Chetkovic will be running that quick. I don't know. And then obviously with Mondo around, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Good to see you in the chat, James, and is that Chris Barrow there?
Yeah,
Good.
loving our hairstyles. I've literally just done a workout and I've only just got out of the shower about 10 minutes ago. So wet hair. Interesting thing. I've been doing this Les Mills workout, which is this New Zealand guy. I just found out he's actually a Commonwealth discus champion from 1966. So there you go. Facts everywhere. Okay, so yeah, what are you looking forward to the most of all the races tonight?
I'm pretty looking forward to the 800 meters. I think we've got two good 800 meters here. The women's, we've got Gemma Reekie, we've got Keely Hodgkinson off her World Under 20 record. So it'll be very exciting to see what that actually will entail when they are head to head in this scenario.
Yeah, I think with what Keely ran 1:59 was 03 at the weekend. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how Gemma deals with that actually, because last year she was the young star who kind of broke through,
Yeah.
and this year Keely seems to be fighting for that top spot, especially domestically. Yeah, I'm keen to see how Keely gets on in this kind of company as well, because I've only ever really seen her race domestically and at kind of lower level, so this is going to be really nice. Yeah, so yeah, the men's 800 as well. I think it's a shame in a way, obviously, because it's indoors. We've got there's A races and B races in both the men's and the women's, and both are very strong. Women's B race, you've got like Josvik, Chichoshka, whatever you're saying, and Lavisa Lint, and also Nadia Power for Ireland.
Yeah.
And then the A races, yeah, Riki Hodgkinson, Alemu, and Hedda Heine. And then yeah, men's race, B race, you got Langford and Learmonth, and then the A race is like Tuka, Boss, Kramer, and Giles. So
Yeah.
a whole host of 800-meter races.
And I think Guy Learmonth will have something to really chase in this race, given that he's probably, I think he's fourth of the Brits in the 800 metres at the moment. So he's going to really want to try and get a fast time to try and prove that he should be selected for Turin.
Cool. So apparently my audio is very low.
Oh, I can boost that here.
So it's not me. It's not me. It's Alex.
There we go.
Is that better?
Hopefully that'll be better.
Well, I can hear you. That's the main thing.
Yeah. So yeah, and then it'll be interesting looking at Tuka. He's only ran 400 meters so far this year, so it'll be interesting to see how that prepares him for the 800 meters here tonight.
Yeah, and has he raced much indoors before? I don't feel like I've seen it that often.
No, looking at his personal best, it doesn't look that remarkable at all. 146.33. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. Like we said with Boss last time, I don't know what to expect from Tuka either. I'm still tipping Giles actually for that win. I think the way he's running in terms of not just his times but also his tactics, especially indoors. Yeah, I think Giles is the man to beat this year.
yeah, definitely. Oh, John Mulkeen said Jackie Weaver's trying to silence him, but she's got no authority here.
Damn right. Oh, that was such a good video.
It really was.
Yeah. So what other events are we looking forward to tonight? Well, yeah, men's 60 hurdles. I'm going to start with that.
Yeah.
I tipped Jarrett Eaton for the last one in Karlsruhe. Obviously, that ended terribly. Velocian did end up winning there, so he's going to be a threat. But he really is just going to be Holloway against the clock, I think.
Yeah.
And we know Lievin was famous for setting 200-meter world records back in the 90s. Frankie Fredericks and Merlinotti still hold the world records from those meets. So maybe Collins' time from the mid 90s will be under threat tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's Grant Holloway's first meet in Europe this year, so it'll be interesting to see how well he's travelled, especially given how much more difficult travel is at the moment. But if it's been little trouble, then I don't see a reason why he won't be putting some real pressure under that time, under the against the world record time, given given how close he was in his meeting opener, really,
Yeah, it
in
was
his
weird because
season opener.
obviously watching that, his heat run was so good. But then I was like, oh my god, the final, surely he's gonna run quicker, and he didn't, and it was a bit like I don't know how he's gonna handle that if the world record is gonna come. Maybe it will come in the heat today. I don't know. Maybe he's just gonna run, pressure free and just go for it and not worry about, you know, racing and just go for a time because he's always gonna qualify unless he messes up. But yeah, I don't know. If I was Colin Jackson when he's finished off his ice skating training, might might go home and watch the athletics and see that your world record might be under threat.
Oh, that might not be the best way to find out. Sort of aching after being at the ice rink all day.
Yeah, exactly.
But what about the women's pole vault?
Oh yeah, yeah. Women's pole vault with Holly Bradshaw in a what 485. She jumped at the weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
Is she the favourite?
I believe she's got the highest jump in this field going into it, which is she's got higher season's best than Katarina Stefanidi and a Swedish record holder Michaela Meyer. So, I, I mean, the pressure's on her. The question is whether Katarina Stefanidi can step up her game from the meetings that she's had so far this year.
Yeah, because has she only jumped 443. Is that right?
I
This
think
year, I think.
461 now is what I
Oh,
read.
61. Okay. Yeah, so not what we know from Kat, but she is Olympic champion for a reason. So we'll
Yeah.
hopefully see something better from her. But yeah, it's a stacked field. But is it as stacked as the men's pole vault?
Oh, very good question. I'd say probably not because we get to see Mondo Duplantis versus Renaud Lavillenie, which is I know that they competed against each other at the weekend, but this is the first time we get to see it on the World Indoor Tour this year, and yeah, very excited for that.
Yeah, I think we've got. Is it all five men over 6 meters with Kendricks, Lisek, and Braz as well?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah,
Well,
who knows? I mean, they've already on the start list. It already says they've already penciled in 619 as like the last height. So.
they're very hopeful then, the organisers.
I'm sure they'd love it.
Yeah.
If you did.
I mean, I don't think a world record is going to go tonight. I think it would be, given that we've been 602, 603 territory so far this season, I'd guess we're probably not going to get up to a new world record. But I mean, I was very wrong on everything I said last time in the preview. So
No, I agree with you. I think because the competition is quite tough and Renault's jumping really well, I think it might just be a competition to who's going to see who wins it and
yeah,
maybe get a good 6 meter jump.
yeah. And there's a wonderful, healthy rivalry between Mondo and Renault at the moment. It's really brilliant to see.
Yeah, it is definitely a passing of the torch friendship. So our comments are more obsessed with our hair than the actual athletics. Yes, we've got man bun today. How exciting! It was a last minute rush. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we've discussed pole vault. What do you think about men's long jump? It's pretty much the same field as what we had in Karlsruhe, and we predicted Ekavara was going to win that.
Well, yeah,
Same again.
probably. I imagine it will be his show tonight. That's if he can show a level of consistency and just build on what he's done so far this season, rather than the occasional moment of brilliance met by lots of average performances in the past, I'd say.
Yeah, inconsistent. I think we said.
Yeah.
I guess in terms of the sprints, we're obviously missing Dina Asher-Smith, which is a shame.
Very unfortunate.
It's like quad tightness, I think she said. So I guess it's not worth the risk when she's planning doing Euro indoors. So, rest up, Dina. We miss you, but yeah. we want you in one piece. So that does leave. Well, we've got Del Pont there again. as always, the ever-present Alu Del Pont. And then we've got the American Oliver, who was she the one who was around Birmingham in 2018? It was like the big American threat.
She may have been. I can neither confirm nor deny. But, I mean, she is the second fastest woman of the year so far, behind Dina. So it'll be, I mean, she's definitely got something to prove here, or at least I wager that she would do quite well tonight.
Yeah, I suppose again it depends. Like with Holloway, if she's travelled well,
Yeah.
we always fear for these Americans that they can't manage a bit of jet lag. But yeah, no. Dr. Dan said, "Is Del Pont the Ken Zero of indoors?"
I think Del Ponte's a bit too successful for that.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably is actually. She's winning races.
But we love
Jim's
David
asking me,
Kinzera nonetheless.
well, yeah, of course, legend. Um, Jim's asking if I've got any money on there being a world record. No, I haven't. So there probably will be one. Yeah, I still don't think there will be a world record tonight. But if I were to choose one, I might go with Grant Holloway as the best bet.
Yeah, I'd say it's reasonable. I think I'd go with Zango. I'd like to see if he could further that 1807 from a few weeks ago. But even then, he's probably not going to be pushed too much by the rest of the field tonight. So,
Although he has won at this meet the last 2 years, I think. So obviously he set the world record in France. So
yeah,
that's where he's based. I guess it's kind of a home crowd. So well, there isn't a crowd, a home meet for him.
you can imagine the crowd. Imagine the French flags and. Or well, no, not the French flags, but the people supporting Burkina Faso.
A prediction from Athlete Towers. Under 20 world record for Hodgkinson. Do you think?
Well, she was unaccompanied when she raced in Vienna. She had very little to push her forward. With Gemma Ricci in this field, there's probably a good chance of it.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think, well, as Brits, we're just going to be watching those two, but we can't forget who else is in the field. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be real because obviously it's 800 meters indoors is tight anyway. So, I don't know. I'm really interested to see how the tactics go in that race. Who's going to go hard? Who's going to try and run a good? Are they going to try and run a good time? So, I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Hedda Heiner won it.
Nothing to
Paul Hunt's gone for a world record. Okay. I mean, yeah, who knows? I guess she ran her quick time in Austria, which is where the current world record was set. So
who knows? Yeah, we'll let Paul make that call out. What about the men's 60 meters?
I can't see past Cisse.
No, not really.
A nice tongue twister I just came up with. See past Cisse. Can anyone see past Cisse?
I'm gonna have to make a brilliant long version of that. But yeah, I mean, Michael Rogers is there. He ran 6:59 this season so far. There's a chance
is always there.
And then yeah, you've got people like Jacobs from Italy and Van Gaal from the Netherlands. Maybe they'll be wanting to set a time that sort of that proves ahead of the European indoors that they're one to be reckoned with.
And obviously defending European indoor champion Jan Volko is there as well.
Yeah,
that's one bet I did win. I bet on Jan Volko to win in Glasgow. So him and Trajkovic in the hurdles. That was my success for betting there.
So you got both of the unexpected countries.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Obviously, just pick a random country and a random athlete, and you're good.
Is Michael Rogers younger than Carolina Clift? I think he is.
He must be, yeah. He must be.
Born in 85, so yeah.
Oh, it's nice to have athletes that are actually older than me. We haven't talked about the longer distances yet. Obviously, the 2,000 meter steeplechase, I'm sure, is the one that everyone's dying to hear about.
Yeah. And that we know so much about and that we can give such an insightful conversation on.
What I know is that Mishmash is running and she holds the world record, which she set last year, I think.
Yeah, so. Then we've got Mercy Chepkarui, Fancy Kipkoech, Winfred Yavi, and Alexa Lemaitre, not to be confused with Lemaitre. So,
So we'll swiftly move on to the actual
Yes.
proper, none of this namby-pamby nonsense. Let's get to the the 3,000 meters for the women.
Yeah.
Hassan versus Koech and Worku, who you tipped last time, who again I think might actually be more of a factor than people think. So, who's your money on for this one? Well, not actual money because we're not doing that.
Let's see. I mean, I'd say Hassan. I find it difficult to look past Hassan after her performances at the World Championships in Doha in 2019. Yes, that was longer ago than it actually feels like, but she's such a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she is the undisputed kind of number one female distance runner at the moment, indoors and out.
Yeah.
And yeah, John Mulkeen's asking, as I said, world record as opposed to like world best. But you know, it's. I did say I said it was a namby-pamby event, so that kind of that counts.
Or maybe they should do a steeplechase relay at the World Relay Championships.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the ultimate of namby-pamby. The steeplechase. Yeah. God, how would that work? Maybe how would that work? Should we have it as like 2 laps per person?
Yeah.
Four by 800 steeplechase. Let's make it happen.
John Mulkeen's reporting us to the Athletics Integrity Unit.
What? Disservice to world records. Men's 3,000.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really good. Barega, Germa, Wale, Belu, Agida, who I tipped last time and was pretty average. Yeah, who's your money on for this one?
I'd probably go with Barega. He's running well in the 1,500 meters so far, and I think he also won the Ethiopian 10,000 meter trials. So I'd give him. He's shown a lot of.
That's range.
Yeah,
big range.
Yeah, lot of distances to be doing only in January, but I'd say he's proved himself over. If he's proved himself on those distances, falling in the middle at the 3,000 should not be too much of a problem for him. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I think Barega is going to win that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how quick they run, how that race goes. But I don't know. It's going to be a good one to watch. And so should the men's 15, which we haven't even we've been on for like 20 minutes. We haven't even mentioned the Ingebrigtsens yet.
Yes.
Jakob and Philip running tonight.
Yeah. And it's at this moment I cannot find the start list for it anywhere.
But I can tell you that Jakob and Philip are running.
Yeah. Jakob and Philip are running. Marcin
Tefera's running. Yeah, Tefera, Bergen, and
yeah.
Lewandowski. And Lewandowski, I think. And good old Jimmy Gressier, fan favourite.
So yeah, the Ingebrigtsens, their indoor PBs are only an identical 3:36.02. So do you think they'll improve on them tonight?
Yeah, if it's paced well, I don't see why not. It should be quicker. I don't mean I'm assuming they've got decent pace makers lined up. We always do.
Adam Savinsky, and they've asked him to go through at 2:21.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Who's going to win it?
I'd go with Jakob if I had to. I think he's such a prodigious talent. He seems to not get intimidated by any field whatsoever. So, yeah, I'd definitely say Jakob.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of shape they're in. And I'm always Lewandowski. If it's a slower race, I guess I'd normally kind of back him a little bit. But yeah, I think Jakob is probably the one to edge.
Yeah, definitely.
And just looking on the chat, Jade's a bit annoyed there's no men's shot put. We can't control that, I'm afraid.
Blame the host broadcaster.
We have had a women's shot put already. Dongo won again, which is exciting. But better from Christina Schwanitz, 1893.
Yeah.
I thought was a much better than last time.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to hear from her what actually went wrong in Karlsruhe, given that she had actually thrown further at another meet this year. So clearly just something wasn't clicking there.
Yeah, I would say it was the pressure of the home crowd, but it wasn't. So the pressure of the home crew that were there filming it.
John Mulkeen's saying that there are cheerleaders at this meet, so if we could select 4 former athletes to form a cheerleading squad, who would you choose?
Ooh, I would say Merlene, but I'm not sure she could be asked. um, oh, so we've got Michelle Jenica. Yeah, well, is that too obvious? She'd be cheerleading coach, I think, wouldn't she?
Well, I'd say, well, Catherine Murray always has that very sort of high positive attitude. I'm sure that if she's shown how to do a few moves, she'll be fantastic at getting the crowd going.
I don't know who else would have Sparkle McKnight just because of her name.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have sparkles at cheerleading. On the chat, we've got Bob Weir and Reese Hoffer to join.
Yeah, well, you need a base for the pyramid.
That's very true. But yeah, who's going to be the little dainty one at the top then?
Oh, it could
Jenny Meadows. Jenny Meadows, Pocket Rocket.
Yeah, I was not necessarily thinking former, but yeah, you could have. Yeah, I can think of a lot of small steeplechase type athletes called.
Louisa Gager. There we
Exactly.
go. That's exactly who we should have. We've nailed it. No, Snapchat. Sorry, Paul. She's banned from all sporting activities that are involved in an athletics arena.
Could use her hair as a pom pom though.
Yes, very true. Or she could be the one being fired out of a cannon at the end.
I would pay to watch that.
Yeah, have we covered all the events?
I'm
feel like
just
we have.
having a look through.
Oh, women's 60 hurdles. I haven't mentioned that yet.
Of course.
Christina Clemens, Nadine Visser, Visser and Amasan, who was tipping as the great head-to-head from Karlsruhe.
Yeah.
Before that, Naziri kind of came through and stole it, and she's back racing as well in this race. So
And Naziri ran even faster in Berlin, I believe. So
oh, did she?
yeah, she didn't win that race, but she ran even faster. So she's definitely proving something.
So yeah, that's a tough one to call actually. Clemens, I guess, again, we worry for these Americans who have travelled over to Europe, how they're going to travel and how they're going to race.
Yeah.
But I still rate Amasan, I think, out of that lot to be my pick.
I just after the previous performance, even though that she didn't win in Berlin, I'm going to go with Naziri. I don't want to look past her now. I think she's really shown herself to be a force to be reckoned with. Certainly, I imagine seeing her on the podium in Turin for the European indoors. But then, yeah, Christina Clemens is definitely a strong candidate there.
And I think one person who would also not miss Naziri will be Andrew Cotter if he's commentating on that race. I'm sure he'll be all over it now. She was in lane 8 last time and caught him out. Yeah, I think we have covered every event. Oh no, have we mentioned? Oh, we haven't done the women's 15, the last event, the big finale. Laura Muir,
Of course.
and Segai's there as well, and Melissa Courtney as well. That's going to be interesting actually to see how Melissa does against Laura over 15, because Melissa's obviously shown this season how quick she's been running. Laura hasn't raced yet, and I mean obviously you would still tip Laura, but I'm excited to see what Mel can do actually.
Yeah, and why can I not find this one anywhere? There we are. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, with Sego there, that's definitely something to push them on, make them go further. So it's not just the battle of the Brits here, but it's quite an unproven field so far. Very few of them have actually raced so far in 2021. I think only Esther Guerrero's actually raced in Karlsruhe, and that I think that's it for the field.
Yeah, she didn't. She looked quite good in Karlsruhe actually. I thought so. She'll be a factor as well. But I think Laura's probably going to be in good shape.
Yeah.
Although she isn't doing European indoors, so I don't know what to read into that. If she's going to go for a time or if she's just going to enjoy a race.
Yeah, is it just that? She just will want this to set her up more for an strong outdoor season, and maybe given that she would have competed not as much as she would have liked to last year, to actually brush off the cobwebs and into what is hopefully an Olympic season.
Yeah, I think it's wise actually to for her to skip Euro indoors, whereas someone like Dina, can have a more technical event. Probably
Yep,
wise to do the 60 and practice starts and things like that. So, yeah, I noticed Daryl needs to set a PB as well. I think over the weekend in America over
very good
60.
news.
So she's in good shape as well. So it's interesting to see who's doing indoors this year. So I'm enjoying watching this kind of season evolve and seeing what's going to happen with Tokyo on the horizon.
Definitely. So we are only a couple minutes away, so I suppose we should probably wrap up there and head over to YouTube, head over to Facebook or BBC iPlayer to watch the event. Hope everybody enjoys it.
Yes, have fun. Have fun watching it. Hopefully, we'll see. We might see a world record. We might not. But definitely some great races, some great field events to look forward to, and yeah, enjoy everybody. And we'll be back at not 9:30 when it finishes. Hopefully, if it's still if it's on
Yeah.
schedule. But yeah, it's on obviously on BBC, and I think on Flow Track in America if we have any American viewers watching. Yeah, see you. I guess we'll see you all afterwards.
Yeah,